An elegant dinner at the Ritz in Paris, a post-midnight drive past the city's floodlit treasures, and then a tragedy. A death that stunned the world and changed the British royals forever. 25 years later, the world mourns Princess Diana's death once again.
The shock came late on a summer evening. After an idyllic holiday, Princess Diana had been in a car crash. Her boyfriend was dead. She was hospitalized, her condition unclear. She died a few hours later on August 31st, 1997, plunging Britain into grief that lingers to this day.
Oh, Jesus! Oh.
Her marriage with Prince Charles was seen as a fairy tale romance, the beautiful young princess that captured the nation's heart. The couple had two sons, Prince William and Prince Harry. But behind closed doors, all was not well. Theirs was perhaps a common story of infidelity and broken vows, but one that played out on an uncommonly wide public stage. Time has blurred the memories, but people still remember Diana as a young bride, a woman that the world watched grow from a teenage nursery school teacher into a glamorous celebrity. One who comforted AIDS patients, campaigned for the removal of landmines, and a glamorous trendsetter dancing at the White House with John Travolta. But Diana wasn't just any other princess. She was a larger-than-life figure, but that public platform came at a price, especially the impact of the media on her personal life. In the end, it contributed to her death.
I know for people my age, it's the whole story of her, her death and how it happened, and, being chased by paparazzi and all those things are very intriguing, especially in the climate now with privacy and social media and everything and all those kind of things.
I think she's someone who needs to be remembered forever, and for all the things she did. And she holds a place in so many people's hearts.
Refusing to fit into the Windsor fold, Diana appealed to the masses. Many felt they could relate to her own battles of bulimia, and her open conversations about loneliness. Others remember her as a refreshing breath of informality. She changed what many thought of the royal family.
I think that the monarchy was this sort of impenetrable institution, and in different ways, different members had seemed to connect with the public, but she was almost like an outsider's outsider. And she had a way of coming into a world where, even though it looked like she fit perfectly, there was an incongruency. And I think it left her to connect with the people in a way that she wasn't able to find connection with the institution. And it made us all feel like we knew her.
The depth of people's affection for her was witnessed just days after her death. A stunned world mourned. Bouquets of flowers carpeted the grounds outside Diana's home in Kensington Palace. Weeping citizens lined the streets outside Westminster Abbey. They all felt they knew her, and they were all deeply affected by her death.
I remember walking through Kensington Square and the garden there and seeing this, really as far as the eye could see, all of these memorials and flowers and drawings. I remember one vividly from Mumina from the Maldives. That stuck out to me. And they were all just talking about how important Diana was in their life and in the way that they saw the world.
2 decades later, Diana's legacy is the change she brought to the royal family, helping bridge the gap between centuries of tradition and a new nation. But there are lessons for the monarchy, even after 25 years. Diana's death was a whirlwind moment. It required the monarchy to reorientate its public image, to embrace a more modern image to appeal to audiences. But recent crises have raised questions about that effort. First, there was Prince Andrew's links to Jeffrey Epstein. Then Prince Harry and his wife Meghan Markle quitting frontline royal duties. And lastly, the feud between her 2 sons, Harry and William. All of them have cast doubts on how the monarchy is remolding itself and whether it's needed at all in the 21st century. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.
Meghan Markle is no stranger to scandals, but this time she finds herself in hot waters. That's because of a comment that she made. Before I tell you more, let me read out to you what she said. She said, "I just need you to know, when you married into this family, we rejoiced in the streets the same we did when Mandela was freed from prison." So now, time for some context. Meghan Markle was attending a 2019 premiere of The Lion King. She says a South African cast member pulled her aside during the premiere and he said this to her. She mentioned this anecdote in a recent interview to a magazine. Meghan Markle has since been slammed for her comments. The worst backlash has come from Nelson Mandela's family. Nelson Mandela's grandson says he was surprised by her remarks. And this is what he had to say. Madiba's celebration was based on overcoming 350 years of colonialism with 60 years of a brutal apartheid regime in South Africa, so it cannot be equated to as the same. However, he is not the only person to express horror over Markle's anecdote. Several South Africans took to Twitter to call out Meghan Markle's tone-deaf comments. Others called her the delusional Duchess. The hashtag #WoiTsek even started trending on Twitter in South Africa. WoiTsek is an Afrikaans word that means go away or quote-unquote get lost. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.